Hello, my name is Shauna Wright, and the purpose of this video is to discuss my self-assessments of the 10 core professional dispositions for learners. The dispositions which I currently possess that would make me a successful teacher, and those dispositions that I will need more work on prior to becoming a teacher in my first year in the classroom. Professional conduct, compassion, dedication, and advocacy are the 4 dispositions that I'm strong in. Being a positive role model, upholding integrity and punctuality, and being dedicated to enhancing my skills, knowledge, and competencies for my future presentations will benefit all students in my classes. Also, showing compassion towards students when there's something wrong and noticing it and just coming beside them and acknowledging it will help me to advocate for them in whatever they need. May it be personal, they could go see the school psychologist weekly if they needed somebody to talk to in depth, or maybe they need an IEP or 504 plan that would help me to get to the bottom of what actually is making them maybe fall behind in school. With that being said, there are a couple of dispositions that I need to work on. Those that come to mind are respect for diversity and curiosity. Now, when I refer to respect for diversity, I'm referring to valuing each student's cultural differences, because each culture has a different way of presenting issues, handling things, and that sort of thing. So to know a little bit about each student's background and where they come from will help me to get them to where they need to be if they start having challenges with their education. And also, it'll build rapport with me and that student. And in order to do that, you'd have to be an active listener and also come up and meet the student where they're at. And that, in my opinion, takes time, and you perfect it over time. But prior to becoming a teacher, I want to get to that groundwork where I've already laid the groundwork and I just need to improve on it. Because right now it's a little bit hard for me to like read the room and all of that until I'm actually there. And then there's curiosity too, where you not only want to present you not only want to present what the school and the state curriculum are to get those students to be able to pass what's expected of them in order to graduate eventually, but you also want to broaden their horizons. So if you're teaching a history lesson and you're learning about somebody, then you ask them who else in that period or that era also did the same thing or did something similar that made them just as popular, and then you spark the interest of that child. So I need to know how to better communicate that curiosity to get it going, to spark that flame. And that too comes with practice. But I'm going to get to a point where I will have those tools to use when I first start teaching. And then it comes to when I think about what qualifications all educators, professional educators, should have, I think about patience being number one, because you need patience with each and every student, not only with the students, but sometimes you need patience with the whole classroom, and each day is going to be different. Organization, time management is another quality that I think all professional educators should hold. And it kind of goes hand in hand. You want to be organized. You want to be able to have a schedule plan in order to keep everybody on track, so that you're alleviating the stress and the anxiety. So each student knows that every day from 8 to 9 we're doing math, from 9 to 10 we're doing English. Then there's a break. You have that schedule going, and the consistency of that schedule just makes for a safe environment in the classroom, and the kids aren't upset or questioning what's going to happen today. They don't even have to worry about it because they know that there's a set schedule for that. Also teamwork between the parents, students, teachers, and other coworkers, other teachers. I think teamwork is important for the success of each student also. So I'm looking forward to my educational journey, and I'm actually looking really forward to teaching and making the education a better place and having less kids fall through the cracks. Thank you.